We are live with take two. Refresh that. We are definitely live. Just waiting for it to show up in YouTube. There should be a little bit of delay. And if this doesn't do it, I may have to reboot. Got one viewer now. All right, let's go back over to my videos, my channel. Take two. There we go. There you are.
Hello. Is it better?
Oh, there he is.
Do I sound better?
Yeah. Did you watch any of that video on YouTube?
Yeah, I was watching it.
Talk slow. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Did you watch any of that video on YouTube?
Yeah, I was watching it.
There we go. I probably have it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I figured I'd pop on tonight and see, get a chat going.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about last weekend. I think I had a little bit too many of these last week, though.
Yeah, I cut it down this week. I got a bunch of this.
Water.
Vodka. No.
Vodka?
No. Water.
Yeah, I was like, and then I had like, yeah, I should have ended that call like an hour ago.
Yeah. I was up till 3 this morning chatting with friends. It's like, oh my God, it's 3 in the morning. I need to go to bed.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Especially on work nights.
Oh, I won't do that on work night. That's too hard on you.
Yeah, sometimes you just get caught up. You just don't realize.
I think Drunken One does that a lot.
Well, he said he has sleep issues anyhow, so
Oh,
You can't turn it off at night and stuff.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just waiting for the wife to get home, and I don't know if she went shopping or anything. Go help her unload the car or whatever when she gets home. Just watching the Rockies lose today, and then watching what football's on.
Okay. Yeah, the Browns actually pulled off a win this past week.
Yeah,
It's like, wow.
yeah, it was nice.
Actually looked like a football team again.
A little bit.
Preseason, though. A little bit rough in the beginning.
Yeah, they're always trying out new plays, and everyone's switching in and out, so there's nothing real consistent.
Right.
On the Broncos, they've always struggled with the offensive and defensive line, so I'm real curious on what happens this year.
So whatever happened, it's at Tebow, right?
What's that, Tebow?
Yeah.
Tebow actually is a baseball player. I think he's playing with a minor team.
Yeah, I heard that, but I just couldn't understand because he took you guys to the Super Bowl, and then like next year he's gone.
It's where he ranked with everybody else. He was never a real starter quarterback.
Right.
It was one of those fluke seasons where we had him and he did what he did, and it was more of a fluke than anything.
I just wonder why we never picked him up because he would have been far better than Mansell.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like that was a disaster.
Yep. We'll see what happens this year. Simeon, he's got to grow up a bit more, I think. Our third string that went in, he did a pretty good job as a quarterback. He was can't remember his name, but he graduated up near where I went to high school, UNC in Greeley, Colorado.
Okay.
So hopefully they keep him. I'd like to see more from him.
In another life, I worked for the Browns. Back in the '80s with Bernie and all that, I was actually inside the scoreboard for the drive.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That was a bad day. John Elway driving two different drives to win the game.
Wow.
Yeah. That was on the cusp of going to the Super Bowl for the Browns.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that a fermenting fridge behind you? What is that with the Dow?
Yeah, this is my fermentation chamber.
Oh, okay. I was going that. It looked like a homemade.
And I loaded up with frozen bottles of water. And like right now, there's a pale ale in here right now.
Oh, you just got it strapped together. That's cool.
Yeah, just for the front so I can pull off the front.
Oh, there you go. Got your fast ferment in there. Sweet.
Yeah. It's bulk aging right now. It's been down here for far too long.
That's cool.
I got stuff dry out in there. I just been trying to kill off this last keg so I can have room to put the beer into.
Yeah, just remember that the longer it takes, the clearer your beer will be when it goes in there.
Yeah, but they say that if you're dry hopping, it'll give you some off flavor. So I'm hoping it doesn't.
Yeah, it depends on if your basement is like hot or not. If it's cool, you'll be fine.
Yeah, it's like 72 down here.
That, or if you dry hop, use a hop bag so that if you feel it's going to be sitting for a while, you can just pull the hop bag out of it.
Yeah. Right now it's 70.4, so it's.
Oh, that's not bad at all. That's good.
Yeah. I just got a little PID controller on there. It controls a fan on one of the tubes that circulates the cold air through the cooler.
So it just recirculates it. Cool.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And then once a day I come down and I switch the 2-liter bottles of water over to ice from the chest freezer.
Cool.
I've been meaning to get a small party fridge or something like that and just put it on the side and do it that way.
Yeah. So how do you like the fast ferment? Do you like it?
I thought it was the best economical fermenter that I could get for a conical.
Yeah.
I didn't want to really spend like $300-400 on a stainless steel one.
I won't do that. I won't do that.
Gotten into the Grainfather stuff now, but I just can't see myself spending $500 for a fermenter.
No, if it's something that you can get cheaper and it works just as well, I'd get it too.
Right.
They have these places that sell their food grade conicals, and I think they're you can get them like up to 15 gallons. You know, great for home brewery. You know, if you're doing 10-gallon batches.
Okay.
And you can do that, and you can get the stand for it, and you just stick it in the damn corner and let her go. And it's got the conical, and it's got the catch and everything on it. I've been looking into those. I'll probably eventually get one of those. They're not too expensive either.
Is that the one that I think it was Gavin had, or not? Maybe not Gavin, from Australia or New Zealand. Gas slug.
What are you?
Mason jar screws on the bottom for your catch container.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like that.
It's like a
But
monster.
these are actually they're not from a homebrew place. It's some plastic company that makes them. They're all food grade. Pretty cool. Think about getting into that one of those. Because with the electric system, when I get going with it, I want to do. I'll be doing 10-gallon batches, so most of the time I want to just have it ferment in just one fermenter. So if I get a large enough one, you know, I can go that route.
Right.
Yeah, just split the batch and do a different hop, do different dry hopping or yeast or something in it.
Right.
We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm almost there. I just got a few more things to get, and I'm ready to roll.
Yeah, it looks like your electric brewery is coming along pretty good.
It is so cool, man. It took a long time to get the control panel done because you know you have to piece the parts together with the money you have available. So I was taking like half of the allowance I was getting and putting that towards it. So it took about a year to get it all together, and then got it all thrown together and powered it up. And there's only a couple things wrong with it that I fixed, and I did my first brew on it last weekend just using the boiler, and the brew kettle, and man, it is so nice.
Really? Yeah,
no more propane.
Short Circuit Brewer is going to be doing a series on the electronic controller.
Yep. And I think at the end, when he gets it built, I think they're going to raffle, or not raffle it, but they're going to do a drawing, I think.
Yeah, giveaway.
Yeah.
That's what he said in that one video. It'd be pretty cool because he's already got the whole setup and everything else.
Yep. You just got to go buy the kettles and everything.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part, is getting everything put together, is the kettles and stuff.
I've got a couple kegs back here.
Yeah. Yep.
Waiting. I was going to do the whole electric brewery thing, and I just didn't. I figured for what I paid for the Grainfather, I'd have more than that into it. I don't know.
Exactly, and your Grainfather probably cost you upwards around $800, right?
This is the new one with the Connect, so it's like $1,040.
That's pricey, man.
Yeah.
So I think I probably put about $700 into my electric brewery.
Okay.
Buying everything, doing all the research, and finding the best prices. So, yeah, it's nice having it almost there. No more propane. It's so nice.
The whole fear of electrocuting yourself with 240 volts. Too.
Yeah, I got an electrician that lives down the street, and I had a nice conversation with him about it. You know, Drunken One has helped out too. He sent a bunch of cables, you know, wires and stuff for me. It's just knowing how to do it, and you know, I knew about 7/8 of the way of doing it. So you know, I did a lot of studying and stuff, and got uppity up on how the phasing works in the 240, and how the neutrals and the grounds work, and yeah, and just followed the safety guidelines with it, and knock on wood, I didn't get shocked. You know, getting the line put in.
That way, if there is a problem, at least it trips.
Yeah. Yep. So having that spa panel is nice to have there. I want to test it. You know, they have the test button on it. It works perfect. It's just you want to test it with you know, the water and stuff that's in you know, you want to ground it to see if it actually pops it. So I want to do that. I want to make sure that the GFCI is working correctly from the kettle standpoint, because if you know you're dealing with a lot of liquid and high voltage, and the last thing you want to do is
a cracked element or something like that. You know,
step on a wet ground and then touch the kettle and
bad day.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it'd be horrible.
I'm pretty secure with electric, but I decided to buy it. It's so much easier.
Well, yeah, and it's the only thing you have to do, you know, that doesn't come with is heating up the sparge water. That's it. It's just separate. That's the only difference.
Yeah, I started picking up the pits and stuff like that. The fermentation chamber, I got one pit in there. I still got 2 other pits sitting there. I just decided not to.
Yeah.
I like the counterflow chiller for the Grainfather and all that. And I've done a few beers on it. I actually like the simplicity of it.
And it's probably pretty consistent too, because it's, you know, you set the temp and you do your times and it maintains it pretty well, I bet. And
now you set it up through the recipe creator online, and it downloads to your phone, and you just run it from your phone. So it does
awesome.
Everything.
That's cool.
I'm a gadget guy, and it seemed like the way to go.
Yeah.
So I got the sparge water.
So I have a 15-gallon Sankey keg, like what you got. Right. That's what I'm using for the Herms as well. And then I have my regular mash tun. I'm just getting that converted with a different ball. And let's see. And then the boiled kettle I have is 15 gallons, I think. I think it's a 15-gallon or 18-gallon, one of the two. But it's more than enough to do 10-gallon batches. So instead of having 4 brew days a month, I just do 2, you know.
Right. Yeah, I find myself gearing down more. I want to go to 2.5 to 3 gallon batches, just so I can maybe brew more, because I don't drink that much beer. I mean, this keg should have been gone a long time ago. That's what I was referring to as my magic keg, because it just won't empty. I've been pouring this keg for 3 months, and I'm drinking quite a bit of it. It's got to be within the last glass or 2.
Wow. It really clears up right at the end, too, if you've noticed. I'm always taking beer to work. We got a bunch of homebrewers that I work with, and we're always trading beers and stuff. So I'm always, you know, drawing beers off the keg to take to work.
Right.
So that's fun.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe Drunken One hasn't seen this.
The first one.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse voice. I had a situation happen here at the house today. My wife had a bag of potatoes, and she had it sitting down here in the basement, and they were starting to sprout up. And earlier this year, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna cut those up. I'll plant them. We'll be growing potatoes. Well, I went down and picked up that bag today, and there's like a ton of gnats in here now.
Oh right, yeah.
It was the potatoes. Rotten potatoes are the worst thing ever. So they're loving this beer. So if I set the beer over there, then they're just going to go over there. But they've been buzzing me since I turned the light on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I picked it up and it was like a small cloud that came off the bag, and I'm like, oh no. So I got to get those things dead or out of here before I do anything with beer.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate gnats.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know what they were. But there was a lot of them. So that's why I keep doing this number.
Yeah.
They're all flying in front of me.
They'll get near your ears.
Yeah, you get the creepy crawlies after a while. You're like, this is not good.
Yep. Where are you located, Brad?
Just outside Cleveland, about 20 miles south of Cleveland.
Cool.
We're out in the country.
And the country.
Yep. Hence the chickens and yeah.
Well,
things you can't have normally.
Yeah, you have to be rural for that stuff here. So
I was out in California. It's amazing how many chickens were in the city.
yeah,
I was out there working for 2 months, and it was just amazing. There's a floater in there. Almost thinking about getting a saucer and just put some beer on it and leave it away from me.
there you go. Have them see if they'll go for it.
Attract it and drink it and drown.
Yep.
But
That's cool. Well, cool. I'm gonna take off because I got the wife coming home and all that stuff. So hopefully someone else joins. If I'm not doing anything later, I'll jump back on.
yeah, I'm just hanging out.
Okay.
I'm gonna be on there for maybe an hour or two. So
Cool, Brad. Take it easy, man.
all right, we'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Okay. PA Brew Dunes. You're on. There we go. I can keep an eye on the chat window at the same time. All right, I'm gonna grab another beer. I will be right back. So PA Brew News, you're making your own 8-gallon electric? Definitely want to be careful with the electricity. That's a great deal. Got everything you need for about $250. Like PIDs and everything else. The PID controllers themselves, I think, were. I got the big square ones. These bad boys. 12 screws, 17 screws in the back of them. was starting to put together a whole list of things I needed and picking them up off Amazon, and I came across Greenfather Connect and never looked back. Just got it all as one big box put together and we threw in that afternoon. And plus these, you have to go with temperature sensors too. Comes with a nice strainer. You're wrapped with stainless steel screen for the grains. That's cool. Yeah, at one point I was actually thinking about picking up a big coffee urn and making my own out of a coffee urn, just modifying the temperature controller on it. I wasn't sure I could actually get it to a boil on that, so I was going to have to use some sort of element anyhow. So I started thinking maybe I'll use that as a sparge water container and just use one of my big kegs back here for the actual brew kettle. But okay. Got a potentiometer for all stuff for the temperature control. Those PID controllers aren't that bad. I think I paid about $12 or $13 for the PID, and I think the temperature probe was around $6 or $7 if you want to do it that way rather than using a potentiometer. Yeah, I was trying different things each way. So basically, once I got the Greenfather, then I got the Greenfather sparge water container also. So basically the same thing. Got this thing. This is about $160, but it brings the water up to about 158 fairly quick within half an hour. So while you're doing the rest of your brew, the mash in, you can have that warming up in the background. It takes less than an hour to come up to temperature. And I'm thinking about actually modifying that, put a PID on that one that I can actually control the temperature better, because it's got an adjustment knob that's close, but I want a little bit closer. What'd you get for free? The potentiometer. Okay. Very cool. Gnats are taking over. I'm not sure. They're not fruit flies. It's little gnats that got on the potato bag. Of course, I got the light on here, so they're all coming over here. Oh, no. Yeah, the fast ferment I've got inside this container right here, I've got that with the wall mounts. And then for doing anything else, I've got the floor mount for actually brewing the whole thing. That way I can set it on the stand. That way I can rack off into that real easy. Then I carry that down and I switch over to the wall mount. Not good. I tweaked my back this afternoon cutting the grass, got the lawnmower stuck. Tried to grab onto it, 600-pound rider. It wasn't good. Not too bad, just tweaked it a bit. But I understand about backs, man. They lock up, you're done. Yeah, the beer I've got in the fermenter right now, I got a Rushmore IPA in the fermenter. Right now it's dry hopping. A little bit too long on the dry hops, but I believe I had it in my brew book. Maybe not. I threw it in here. Nope. Must have it upstairs. But it was, I believe it was like three ounces of, I gotta look at it. The thing about having the Grandfather Connect, I could go into online and look at the recipe. Yeah, Rushmore IPA. 11 pounds of 2-row, 1 pound of Munich, and half a pound of Crystal 40. 1 ounce of Nugget at 60 minutes. Half ounce of Centennial at 15 minutes. Half ounce of Cascade at 15 minutes. Half ounce of Amarillo at 15 minutes. Half ounce Centennial flame out. Half ounce Cascade at flame out. Half ounce of Amarillo at flame out. And then another half ounce each, 7 days in the dry hop. So I really should get that off of. Okay, let me go in here and copy and paste it again. Copy website. There you go. That should work. I don't know why it's doing that. Settings. The first Hangout I had was I used Bruiser's Friend for a little bit too. Then I got the recipe creator, Beersmith. I used that until I got the Grainfather Connect, and then after that, I used the Grainfather Connect since then. I still run the recipes through Beersmith, and then I put them into the Grainfather. See if I can. That takes me right to the Hangout. I don't know what's going on. I never got to make it over to SJ's shop. Always wanted to, but after the whole homebrew homecoming in Philadelphia, then he made up that shop, and I wanted to go over and visit him, but I never got a chance to. All right, we'll talk to you later. Have a good one. So my next beer is going to be a Vienna Malt Brewberry Pale Ale. Got about 5 pounds of blueberries. Been making syrup out of that. Going with 9 pounds of Vienna Malt, pound of Crystal 20, and then Magnum, Amarillo, and Citra for the hops. It'll be really tasty. That's all, folks.